Right, so we're live here on all the platforms. So excited. I think that we're pretty much live everywhere. The title of this Facebook Live is You Don't Need to Start Alone. You don't need to do things on your own uh, to be successful. And actually, today, let me see. This is super exciting. I'm having this amazing microphone. We have all the technologies, so great. But today I just wanted to jump on and let me see. As you are watching on Facebook Live or whatever you're watching, maybe you're watching on Instagram or you're watching on X or maybe TikTok, please let me know here in the chat where's you're connecting from, where's that you're connecting from. Just type number one if you're connecting live, type number two if you're connecting on a replay. And it is my pleasure to say hello to all of you from beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm as you see, I'm coming on more often than not. And the reason why is that I really am passionate about business, and I'm passionate about network marketing, how to improve our life with different financial models. And I'm not I'm not trying to sell you an investment or anything like that. I'm just here as an entrepreneur, as a mom, a wife, and as somebody that really likes to just have a better life. And today, as you can see in the screen, maybe you're seeing this somewhere, maybe you're on YouTube shorts, or maybe you're on X, but too many people are trying to build success by themselves. And I'm going to tell you what, that thing is going to get you burned out. Like if you try to do things on your own, you might get a little bit ahead for some time, but eventually you're gonna get tired. And whether you're, just getting started, whether you're a professional in your industry, you understand. If you're a professional, you understand that you need to surround yourself with the right people. You need to have, a system. You need to have, people that actually, are working with and for you to have success. So let's talk about how personal development. And as you're coming on, let me know here in the chat from which country, which city you're connecting from. Here in the United States, in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's just a really beautiful weather outside. So let me know if you're connecting live. Type number one. If you're connecting live, type number two. If you're connecting on a replay. But too many people are trying to do it on their own. But let's talk about how the combination of two things can actually get you to freedom. And that's going to be personal growth, personal development, and number two, the right business model. Because you and I, if we're business minded, if we're looking for things to improve our life and our family's life, we will always be looking for something else to do. Whether you have a business, whether you already own one, or maybe you're looking for a solution, you're looking for something to do within the scope of business for you to improve your life and your family's life. So whatever you are in the, let me just change this a little bit here. Yeah, I think that we have it a little bit better right there. And it doesn't matter where you are at this moment. It doesn't matter if you're getting started. It doesn't matter if you actually have a business model. You need to have the combination of these two. You need to have personal development. You need to have a strong foundation on how you develop yourself with people. How is that you are actually, getting to broadcast your message, getting to treat people, getting to know more people, getting to have connections. And those two things can equal to financial freedom. Now, you might be thinking, well, Danny, I already have a business, I already have it all together. That's pretty amazing. So maybe just pass over this information to somebody that might really need it. But I want to tell you one thing. There is one thing that I know that I found just a few years back when I, was moving from Mexico to the United States. I had a business in Mexico and I didn't want to start from scratch when I got to the US. And, it was not a decision of moving just because I wanted to go and just work somewhere else. No, it was a decision done at the moment by a family member. And it was not something I wanted to do. However, I found really great things. I found that, you know, looking forward to a better future, just looking for different options got me to know this business model that you probably already know if you follow me. And hey, it's so amazing to have all of you here. Just type here in the chat, where's that you're connecting from. It's just exciting to see all of you here on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and all of those beautiful places. Thank you so much. Drop here in the comments where is that you're connecting from. It's just exciting. So when I found this business model, I was like, hey, you know what? I used to own a technology business. I used to provide, actually, we were the guys that installed the internet from the source all the way down to small towns in Mexico to universities and things like that. So I was doing good. And but I had challenges. I had employees, I had overhead, I had like invoices, and we were doing all of these things. We were doing marketing and so on and so forth. So when I got to learn about a business model that you can actually, apply while you're building yourself as an individual, while you're building yourself in the arena of personal development, I really, really, really got in love with the idea. First of all, I'm going to tell you why. Because there were so many beautiful things around it. You could just start it from scratch. You didn't have to have your own website, you didn't have to have employees or inventory and things like that. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Once you understand that you don't have to do this alone, if you're thinking about expanding your business or expanding, your vision, maybe you are working for somebody, maybe you're in school, maybe you are trying to figure out, what you're going to do with that career you are in right now. Maybe you're in college, and that is really, really good that you're looking for different options, because you for sure, like if you are in school, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably already have a class where you need to have your own website, you need to have your own things where you can get customers, get people that are going to actually purchase from you or get service from you or have coaching from you, whatever that might be. So the same way applies whenever you consider this business model that you probably already know, which is network marketing. And I know there's a lot of people that can say, hey, those things don't work. It is a cult, or, people are into those things and they don't make any money. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm going to be very brutal, very, very brutal. Most people in network marketing, and maybe some of you that are watching this live are going to probably think that I'm anti-network marketing, which I'm not. But it's going to sound a lot of, it's going to sound like that. Most people in network marketing do not make any money, period. I'm telling you, I found this model, and when I found it, I got in love with the idea because I was a business owner. And I'm still a business owner, but at the moment, I was very tired of dealing with employees, dealing with, all of these things that nobody wants to deal with when you own a business, with, the invoices, the people that don't pay, and the ads, and, marketing, and trying to get new providers, or trying to develop new ideas, or getting a product to the market. And it was a pain in the butt. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When I found network marketing, it was not perfect. I had a really, really good success. And the reason why is because I'm business minded. Most people who start in network marketing, they are not business minded. That's why they fail. They just think, or somebody presented the business idea as if it's something that you're going to make a lot of money, you're going to be very rich, and so on and so forth, which is not the truth. It's not the truth. Whenever you get involved into any type of industry, any type of business, you need to master your skills. You need to be working on what you have in order for you to be successful. So the brutal truth to this thing, yes, you don't have to do things alone to be able to be successful, but in network marketing, only probably 5% of those who join the opportunities, because there are many companies, there are many projects out there, very beautiful projects, but most people who join never make a dime, never make any money. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because they, first of all, come in with this, lottery mindset where they saw a presentation, maybe you saw somebody just talking really smooth, and you're gonna make millions and millions and millions, and you're not gonna know what to do with those things or what to do with those millions. But that the truth, the harsh truth, is that if you don't get with somebody that knows what is doing, and if you don't have and surround yourself with people that guide you, and if you're not consistent, if you're not hungry, if you don't have a goal, you will not make any money. Nothing. I'm going to tell you that. It's very brutal that I'm telling you these things. But if you really properly in any industry have the proper team, the tools, the goals, you will be able to scale. Because not only traditional model of businesses can scale. Maybe you have, I don't know, maybe whatever company, maybe you have a blind company, maybe you have a company that sells skincare, maybe you have a company where you, I don't know, maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a dentist, whatever you might be, you can scale your business. And I'm going to tell you one thing, there are 4 ways of making money that I always talk about. Number 1 is you work for somebody else, and this is the where we all get started, most of us. You go exchange your time for money, and you get paid, and that's it. Unfortunately, we don't have more than 24 hours. Number 2, you work for yourself. You're self-employed. You have your own business, but you still have to do the ads. You still have to run the business. You still have to do every single part of it. You do the billing, you do the website, every single thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But you still exchange your time for money. Maybe you're even a doctor. Maybe you're even a lawyer. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you are a professional, don't get me wrong, you don't have more than 24 hours. You can still scale your business, but you need to surround yourself with the proper people. You need to know what you need so you can scale it. Like those who are, dentists, doctors, lawyers, people who do massage, nails, all of those beautiful people we have, and we need you guys. We need you, but you need to scale. In order for you to be successful and be sustainable in business, you need to apply systems, employees, other people in order for you to grow, because you cannot grow by yourself. And that is the title of this video. You need to have a proper system. So the third way to make money, according to Robert Kiyosaki, and I know that is not only according to Robert Kiyosaki, but we know that we make money by having a business. But who is a business owner in reality? Who can say that, I can call myself a business owner? And thank you so much for jumping on. I see all my beautiful friends from the Balkans. We also have people here from Mexico, from Nashville. Hey, and welcome. Type here in the chat, number 1 if you're watching this live, number 2 if you're watching on a replay, from what city you're connecting from. So going back to the topic, the fourth way to make money is for you to use the excess or the extra money that you make with your business for you to be able to invest it somewhere, on real estate, on other businesses, on people's ideas. So these are the 4 ways. And I'm going to tell you one thing, the ultimate goal for every entrepreneur, it is to have a business that runs itself. If you get sick, if you decide that you want to go to the beach, or you want to take a day off, or you're freaking sick and you can't get out of bed, and you might get fired if you call in sick again. No. If you really want freedom, you need a system. You need to surround yourself with people. You need to be doing things not on your own, but with a group of individuals that is going to sustain you, because business owners have everything in place. If you look at franchises, and this is one of the things that I'm going to invite you to be a part of, which is, to own your own franchise. If you don't have an idea, but maybe you're a college student, maybe you're a teenager, maybe you are, a mom, or maybe you work for somebody else, you are probably a professional, you still have a job or something, but you have this business mindset and you really want to own something for yourself. You need to really to take you need to take close attention to what I'm going to tell you, whether it is with us, with me, which I will have the pleasure to guide you, or with somebody else. Find an opportunity where you don't have to do it everything on your own. I want to tell you one thing. What is network marketing? Why it was very interesting for me is very simple. When I saw the very first business opportunity that I was a part, I was like, hey, this is great, because I don't want to start from scratch. I don't have the time to go and build a website. They already have the website. So that's a check mark. No, they already have, the warehouses. They already have the places where they can send them the products to the customers. So I don't have to be the one that is doing all of the manufacturing, all of the research and development, and having investors back and forth telling me what to do with my company, having venture capitalists to say, hey, you know what, I'm just, we this is not a good idea, I'm just gonna wipe you up. No. But when you have an opportunity where you see that it's a strong company that is privately owned, and this is what I'm going to encourage you to find, something that is not owned by many people, but by a private entity. Because that's when you get into problems, when you have these big corporations that they don't give an A about people, but about revenue. You need somebody that has a solid leadership. You need to have a business where you have integrity, where you have a good place to build, where you have, a very healthy environment. That is the way to go. So now we have company, we have the website, we have the products, and then one last part, which is how you get paid, how you get compensated. Imagine having a place where you just plug in and play, where you just say, hey, you know what? There's all the systems. I just need to be mastering this thing about how to connect the customer, the actual prospective customer, with these products, because, I just go in and just plug in and play, because there's people backing me. There's a company. There is things that I can actually call my own. If you have something like that, you're having a win-win combination. I would love to. I would love to talk to you if you want something of what I just described. We're helping people like back and forth, in Europe, in Mexico, in the United States. It's really great. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Whatever you might do, whether you're looking for something additional like network marketing or not, don't do it on your own. Get just close to people that know where you want to go. Apply personal development and the right business model, and you will have freedom for many, many years to come. So I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to jump on in Espanol. Thank you so much. Just give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, give me a heart emoji. Number one, if you watch live. Number two, if you watch on a replay, type where you're connecting from. And thank you so much for being here. And it is my pleasure to